Good afternoon everyone. So today we're going to discuss chapter 1, which is entitled The Teacher as a Person in a Society, Learning Objective. This chapter particularly focuses to explore significant literature and theories in understanding the personal traits and values, important rights and rules of teachers in the society. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to first, identify several roles performed by teachers in the society. Second, discuss the values of teachers as community leader and appreciate the role of teacher in society. So these are the topics for chapter 1. Lesson 1, Teacher as an individual person. Lesson 2, Teacher as a profession. Teacher as a community leader and social advocate. Lesson 4, Teacher as a model of character. And Lesson 5, Teacher as an expert. Let's first have a review from our previous discussion. So as you can see in the picture, you may notice that there are different pictures which we may say that it is all involved in teaching profession. So let's have a short review. Teaching is a profession. Teachers should be graduate under the course of teaching profession. They should take up 18 units of teaching profession. They also need to be trained. How do we say that teaching is your vocation? From the Latin word vocare, which means to call, teaching is a vocation is only meant for who are really dedicated not just to work but also to serving other people. Vocation is a strong feeling of sustainability for a particular career or occupation, while teaching requires dedication and serve in order for an individual to be considered a real teacher. But how about teaching as your mission? From the Latin word missio, which means to send, teachers should be able to send into the world to accomplish their mission, and that is to eradicate illiteracy. To teach is to influence every child entrusted in our care to become better and happier because life becomes more meaningful. As a teacher, they should touch the heart and mind of a student. Now we're going to discuss lesson 1 in chapter 1. So Jersey May will be the one who will discuss lesson 1.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, classmates. So, before we start our topic for today, let me tell something that related in our topic. In our generation, teachers are known as one of the best professions out there. They teach and help students not just to be a better person, but to be a responsible citizen as well. In our current situation, can we really identify teacher as individual? In this lesson, I will be discussing some important factors and knowledge about teacher as an individual person. So, what is the teacher as individual person? But before that, let's have an objective first. The objective is to understand what is the teacher as a person, to understand and creative way to describe the talents and skill of a teacher, to know Cohen, Mannion, and Marison of 1996, to understand teachers' different needs. So, what is the teacher as an individual person? Understanding that teaching is profession requires as a deeper appreciation of lives teaching as individual in society. It means that the role of a teacher is not about teaching different subject but also to teach good manners and perform outside the school. So parang hindi lang naman tayo or hindi lang naman sa school natin sila makikitang magturo, kundi pati na rin sa labas in a good manner naman. Hindi yung laging subjects or ganyan, math, ganyan, Filipino, ganyan. hindi naman about lagi na lang doon kasi nagtuturo din sila sa labas ng good manners sa atin. And then, I have here a picture of Louis Cohen, Lawrence Mannion, and Keith Marison. Si Lawrence Mannion, wala akong nakuhang picture niya, but I think na meron naman siya kasi hindi ko lang talaga nakuha. So, I have here a Louis Cohen and Keith Marison. And Piliter 2004 is as society becomes more complex, its values are becoming more pluralistic. The areas of responsibility for teachers become wider. Okay, let's continue in our discussion to Cohen, Mannion, and Marison in 1996. They pointed out that teaching is more than just a simple job. Some people, especially those who choose it to be their professions, regards to teaching as a higher calling and commitment to make positive changes in society and it lives of all people they teach. So, ayun yung parang ano daw nila yung time na yon. It said that they have parang ibang-iba daw yung ngayon noon sa ngayon. Parang like talaga kasi di ba dati parang ang hirap talaga magturo. As in, wala lahat. As in, walang lahat. Kailangan mo talagang parang ikaw lang yung ganun. Ikaw lang mag-provide ganun. Hindi ka tulad niya na may nagpo-provide na sa atin kahit pa paano. So, next is the teachers have different talents and skills. It always desirable for teachers to propose various skills and talents that they can use and share as they perform their teaching tasks. And there's in my PowerPoint, nakikita nyo dyan na may and we have here a body parts of a teacher and we have a definitions. So, kinakakandun yung definitions na dahil we have brain to always think critically and creatively. So, yung brain yung laging nag-iisip ng mga creative na pwedeng ituro ng mga guro, ng mga ganon. Eyes to see their individual needs, strength, and nature to each student. Parang doon nila nakikita kung magaling ba itong student na to or hindi or ganon. Parang doon nila inaano yung mga pag unang tingin pa lang nila parang ganon na ay, nakikita ko ng batang to, magaling to, like that. We have ears to listen to student ideas and concern. So, pag ikaw ay naging teacher, kailangan mo talagang makinig sa ideas and concern ng mga bata or mga student mo na may concern sa, kunyari, sa topic na diniscuss mo, hindi nila naintindihan. So, you need to give them ulit ng kailangan mo ulit i-discuss sa kanila yung sa time na maintindihan na talaga nila yung part na yon. And we have hands to guide the student and show the right direction. So, tama to na kailangan makita mo yung kailangan mo silang gabayan, parang ganun. Kailangan mo hawakan ng kamay nila para mapunta sila sa tamang direksyon. And we also have heart to love all students regardless of who and what they are. Kailangan mong mahalin yung estudyante mo, kung sino man sila or kung ano man sila. Kailangan kung sa pamilya nila tanggap sila, dapat sa school mo or sa klase mo as a student, kailangan as a teacher kailangan tanggap mo sila. Wala kang tatangan na parang nagihan na gano'n, ay, ayoko nito, ang pangit ugali, ganun. Kailangan, mas more on understanding ka. Kasi ikaw yung teacher, ikaw yung mag-a-adjust sa kanila. And we have mouth to speak the truth, discuss knowledge, and to speak wisdom to students. And also, we have a mouth to speak the truth, discuss knowledge, and speak wisdom to student. So, yung parang magkasalita ka sa nila ng matututunan nila. Yung pagtuturo ng teacher is yung kunyari, sa subjects, doon mo matuturo sa kanila, kunyari sa math. Nagturo ka sa kanila ng math na hindi nila alam. So, kailangan mo i-discuss lahat yun. Kailangan mong paintindi sa kanila para magkaroon sila ng knowledge sa utak nila. Yun. Next, fifth. To walk with the students, explore the surrounding, and discover new knowledge and information. So, parang habang natututo sila, itututo ka din. Pagka tinuturoan mo sila, may nalalaman sila sa iyong knowledge. At syempre, habang tinuturoan mo sila at nakikita mo kung paano sila para malaman mo na sila, tuturuan ka din nila sa part na student way tapos ikaw sa part ng teachers. Next, notes. To breathe deeply and relax when feeling tired and pressured. So parang pagkapagod ka na, kailangan mong mag-relax. Or di kayo pumunta ka sa lugar na para-relax ka, ganun. Para lang ma-relax yung utak mo pag ikaw ay pagod or pressured sa mga nangyayari sa school. Next, ang teachers have a different needs. So, many times their call to duty make teachers very busy, and every day they set aside their individual needs. During the night and weekends, teachers are still obliged to make their lesson plans, check papers, and accomplish other school forms and reports. Ang teachers have a different needs. So, many times their call to duty make teachers very busy, and every day they set aside their individual needs. During the night and weekends, teachers are still obliged to make their lesson plans, check papers, and accomplish other school forms and reports. So, parang doon pa lang na kahit na bakasyon, kunyaring may summer yung mga student mo, kailangan mo magpunta sa school imbes na nagbabakasyon ka. Kasi kailangan mo, obligasyon mo na turuan sila. Obligasyon mo na malaman yung side nila ng ibang sa pagtuturo. Basta parang sa ganun na part. And then, they have a 7 teachers different needs. And the first one is, teacher have economic needs. In television and newspaper, we get news of teachers joining rallies to increase their salaries and to fight for their rights. Yes, meron talagang ganun na kasi minsan yung salaries nila ang baba. Araw-araw silang nagtuturo, araw-araw silang napapagod, nagtuturo sa mga student, pero sa salaries nila hindi tugma. Like, parang ganun. Kaya nag-join sila sa rallies. Ganun. Second one is teachers need security and justice. Some teachers suffer from the playlist of injustice. Ganun. Teachers need to be recognized and appreciated to boost their emotion and self-esteem. This does not literally mean they want appreciation for the service they render. Teacher needs spiritual support. The tasks of teaching are heavy to bear considering all the demands, their jobs, and all the unnecessary stresses they experience. Teachers need role clarity. Another recruiting need in teachers has been indefinitely the various roles a teacher has to perform. To explore how clear and expectation for each role and understand possible tension between different roles. And teachers have social needs. They need to socialize into society to know the people and to understand the social realities experience the student in every day. Next, teachers need to cope with various challenges and changes. The teacher profession requires teachers to respond to different challenges and change brought in by information technology, changing society values system, economic challenges, and cultural diversity. And also, teachers have different rights. Every teacher is entitled to enjoy human rights identified by state. In their work, labor laws ensure that the employees give their privilege and fair treatment in doing their duties. Their status as employees is. So let's move on for the lesson 2. The teacher as a professional. So we have here objectives that refer a teacher in order to manage the development of students, to gain new learning and strategies for them to promote a successful teaching, to develop new information and outside the school instruction. So, what is a teacher as a professional? This specialized application of knowledge, skills, and attributes designed to provide unique service to meet the educational needs of individuals and society. The choice of learning activities whereby the goals education are realized in school and the responsibility of teaching professions. We have here professional. Professional has complete higher education, usually at the advanced level and engaged in is worthy of the high standard of professions. And teaching is a profession laden with risk and responsibility that requires a great deal from those who entered into it. So dito, may sinasabi dito na may pagkakaiba yung teaching and yung profession minsan. Kasi ang pagiging teaching profession is that may kailangan magaling ka na. Hindi naman pero expert ka na pagdating sa pagtuturo. So, yung ginagawa ko ngayon is trial. Magta-trial pa lang tayo. So, hindi pa tayo magaling magganyan. So, nagturo masyado. So, okay na to siguro. Next, we have 7 hours that professional teachers need to do and to learn as professionals. We have here, remember, teachers should avoid cheating their student grades and having favoritism in their class. So, that's true. Na kailangan i-avoid ng teacher yung mga ganong way. Na bawal lang favoritism ka lang, adjust na ganyan. And then we have a response to the needs of each student with the utmost level of concern of the welfare and well-being of each other. So, yes, tama din yun. Isa rin yung mga ganon. And recognize the professional teacher must continuously seek professional career advancement through joining professional association, attending continuing educational activities for teachers, and doing graduate studies. Kailangan mag-record din sila ng mga ganyan. And then, your weakness, your passion and sense of mission to serve all types of learners regardless of their religious, socioeconomic status, gender, race, intellectual ability, and learning modalities. We have here a review to commit to helping each learner to learn in order to have a better future. So yan, kailangan mga ganyan din tayo for ganyan. They evaluate your attitude towards student and your work ethics. Yes. kailangan din yan sa mga attitude na ano to? Relearn, learn, and unlearn. Many things to keep you updated with new knowledge and information. So, parang ganun din yun. Like na, parang iniisipin mo lang din naman kung paano mo siya. Yung 7 hours na yan is need talaga, lalo na pag ikaw ay teacher, kailangan mo talagang tandaan yung hours na yun. Yung mga 7 professional teachers need to do. Kailangan, gawin mo din yun if you are a teacher. So,
Going to discuss lesson 3, teacher as a community leader and social ad. Our learning objectives for today are: at the end of the lesson, students will be able to first, identify several roles performed by teachers in a community. Second, identify the community's perception and beliefs and attitudes about teachers in the community. Third, understand the Max Scholars hierarchy of values. Teachers affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops, says by Henry Adams. Henry Adams just want to tell everyone that teachers cannot tell whether his or her influence where we're going to stop and when it's going to stop. Teachers can give a big impact to one person or one student. At kung may magkakaroon ng malaking epekto ang influence ng isang mabuting guro sa isang estudyante, o paano pa kaya sa whole group ng students or group of students sa buong komunidad ng isang lugar or isang bansa. Presentation of lesson. So, sabi dito, education play important role in the development of people and communities. Yes, educators or teachers or in college, teachers are being called instructor. They are play important roles in a way that teachers can give learnings or teach every students or every people who needs knowledge and information for different ways and for different kinds of learnings. They help us to grow not just as a person, an individual, but also a talented, knowledgeable person. Ayon kina Gianlyn at Philpott noong 1994, ang mga teachers daw ay karaniwang nananatili lamang sa loob at buong sulok ng loob ng silid-aralan at ng buong campus ng school. And based on that, we can say that teachers are giving all their time, their efforts para lamang maibigay ang lahat ng mga dapat nating matutunan bilang mga estudyante at bilang isang tao. Tinutulungan din tayo ng mga teacher upang hindi lamang umunlad yung ating katalinuhan, kundi they also helping us to grow as an individual and as a person in a community. Sabi ni John and Ed Philpott na karaniwan nating makikita ang mga teachers sa bahay at sa komunidad nila. Sabi rin dito, teacher is an active leader in the community. Ibig sabihin, bilang isang teacher, they are not just an educate. A teacher is an active leader in the community. Ibig sabihin nito, hindi lamang educator yung mga teachers natin. Sila din ay nagiging leader ng iba't ibang organization sa ating komunidad. na maaring makatulong hindi lamang sa kanila bilang teacher na nagpapaunlad ng ng kanilang katalinuhan na maaring maibahagi sa atin at sa iba pang tao at mga estudyante. Nagiging active din sila sa community para tulungan yung youths against abuse, discrimination, at para din maprotektahan yung mga kabataan. Here are some rules of teachers in a community. Teacher, they give advice on education matter. They serve as leaders and organizers of community activities for children, women, and youth. They also become judge of some activities, coaches at sports activities, volunteers. They also support free and honest election. Community perceptions on the role of teachers in the community. Teachers are perceived to be very important in a community, respect in community, help in the community to some extent. Community perceptions on beliefs and attitudes about teachers and teachings. Here are some of the examples. The community strongly agree that teachers, first, they help develop the moral characters of children. They serve as a second parent of students. Third, they are assets to the community. Here are some examples of beliefs and attitude of teachers. The community agreed that the beliefs and attitudes of teachers are: first, the most intelligent child should be encouraged to enter the teaching profession. Second, teachers set moral standards to the community. Teachers make good parent. Fourth, men should be encouraged to enter teaching profession. Fifth, the teaching profession is one of the most lowest paid profession. Sixth, teachers should be paragon virtue. 7. Children obey and respect their teachers. Next, 8. Teachers play an active role in disciplining children. Number 9. Praising boosts child's confidence. Number 10. A teacher is child's model. Number 11. Child's interest in studies depends upon his or her teachers. Number 12. Parents entrust children's welfare to teachers. Okay. Next is Max Scheller's hierarchy of values. He says, our hierarchy of values is shown in our preference and decision. Scheller's hierarchy of values arranged from the lowest to the highest shown below. First, values. Pleasure values. This is the pleasant against the unpleasant, the agreeable against the disagreeable. Sensual feelings, experience of pleasures or pain. Second is vital values. This is the values pertaining to the well-being either of the individual or of the community. Under this are health, vitality, values of vital feelings, capability, and excellence. Third, values. Spiritual values. Values independent of the whole sphere of the body and of the environment. It grabs in spiritual acts of repairing, love, and hating. This spiritual values has aesthetic values or the beauty against ugliness. Values of right and wrong, values of pure knowledge. And our fourth and last values is values of the holy. It appears only in regards to object intentionally given as absolute objects. Beliefs, adoration, bliss. Based on shallow hierarchy of values, the highest values of those that pertains to the super being, while the lowest values are those that pertains to the sensual pleasure. We act and live well if we stick to Schiller's hierarchy of values.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Josa Silungan Liwanag. Okay. The teacher as a model of good character. Objectives: to know and to understand what is the teacher as a model of a good character. Who is the greatest mentors of the Christian, Muslim, and the Buddhist? There are also many teachers implying good values and character. Exemplars of good character, attitude, and values. Teaching role models character and moral virtues. A teacher with character demonstrates that integrity is prized possession. Teacher with character serve as role models for telling the truth, respecting others, accepting and fulfilling responsibilities, playing fair, earnings and returning trust, and living a moral life. Teachers are key role models who can influence the attitude, values and behaviors of their pupils. A positive role model serves as an example, inspiring children to live meaningful lives. Teachers are a constant present in a child's life. They influence children as much as, if not even more than parents do. Ano nga po ba ang pagiging mabuting isang guro? Pagiging isang mabuting guro is number 1 na po dito ay ang turuan ang mga batang walang kaalaman. O bigyan ng aral ang mga batang hindi nakakapag-aral o hindi bigyan ng kaalaman ang mga hindi lang kabataan kundi tayong may mga edad na. Ang mga guro ay nagbibigay kaalaman upang maunawaan at mas maintindihan natin kung ano-ano ang mga tinatalakay natin ngayon. Pangalawa, ang pagiging isang mabuting guro ay pagiging pangalawang magulang sa atin. Sila ang nagtuturo kung paano natin maisasaayos ang ating buhay, tinuturuan nila tayo ng mga tamang asal, mga tamang gawain na dapat nating gawin. Pangatlo is kung paano nila tayo intindihin sa ating paaralan, through classroom or through Gmeet, pagpapakita ng kanilang respeto sa atin. Isa na ron ang pagiging respeto ng mga guro, isang mabuting guro. Pagbibigay ng mataas na pasensya, mahabang pasensya sa ating mga estudyante. Dahil hindi lahat ng guro ay meron nun. Diba? Alam naman natin yun. Dahil ang pagiging isang mabuting guro ay isang pagiging mabuting tao na rin. Tinuturuan nila tayo ng mga hindi pa natin alam. Nagiging pangalawa natin silang magulang kapag wala tayo sa ating mga tahanan. Ayun yung mga example ng pagiging isang mabuting guro. Okay? Number 1, for Christian, Jesus is the perfect kind of teacher and leader to emulate. For Christians, si Jesus Christ yung leader nila. And the Prophet Muhammad also the most influential teachers leader for the Muslim. Ito naman po si Prophet Muhammad, yung sa mga Muslim naman po, katulad ko. Plato and Aristotle are regarded as a great teacher during their time in Greece. They stand on their principles and beliefs, and they faithfully perform their duties at all time. Hindi porket Christian ka, hindi porket kung ano yung religion mo, ay hindi mo na kailangan respetuhin kung ano yung religion ng iba. Kailangan pantay-pantay. Kung Muslim siya, respetuhin mo kung ano yung mas makakabuti para sa kanya. At ganun din yung gagawin niya sa'yo. Respetuhin niya kung ano yung paniniwala mo. Kung ano yung mas naiintindihan mo bilang isang Katoliko, Christians, Muslim, are pantay-pantay lang. Christian at Katoliko at Muslim ay iisa lang, pantay-pantay lang. Pero hindi lahat ng paniniwala ng Christian, meron kasing pagkakapareho. May pagkakapareho. Merong pagkakapareho ang paniniwala ng Katoliko at Islam. Share ko lang. There are also many teachers who are exemplars of good character who remain to be silently doing their duties excellently. They neither receive any award, recognition, but they excel in their duties. They continuously influence the lives of many students who came to under their care. They extend their time to teach and touch the lives of their learners. They are good mentors and they are dedicated professionals who never thought of any award and recognition.
Okay, that will be our discussion for this evening. Thank you for listening, and we hope that everyone understand our discussion for this evening. That's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.